Hello beautiful viewers, you are welcome back to the page. This is Odun Business Consults. We are working on a project which is point of sales database for a clothing shop. So let me log in for you to see what we are trying to achieve at the end of the day. So we are trying to achieve or design a simple database like this using PHP and other programming language. Okay, so this is your menu, and inside the menu you have different items. You have manage customer, where you can be adding your customers, add sales, where you can record your sales, view your sales, where you can get your report on some sales that you've made. Okay, very simple, but a nice database that you can learn to design. This one is a project that I'm working on for a customer, but I want to share the idea with you, okay, so that you can also learn something, or we can learn something from each other, so you can learn it and use it in your project. I'm going to teach you how to write the code from point A to point Z, okay, from A to Z. That's what I mean. I'm going to share with you, not only to share with you, but also to teach you how to write programming language. Okay, basically what we are working on now is the stock in form. This is the form that we are currently working on. Okay, and this is where we have the code in our text editor, Notepad++. Okay, so this is where we've gotten to. If this is the first time you are watching, go back to the page or the channel, depending the social media that you are watching me from. Okay, so this is where we've gotten to. I've given an explanation how to write all these. So as I said, if this is the first time, go back to the page and look for those previous videos that I've made on that and watch them from A to Z for better understanding. If you have not subscribed to, or if you have not joined the page, do so that you can be part of this beautiful community. Let's go together. Okay, if you love what I'm doing, just support me by subscribing to my channel or following my page. Thank you very much for doing that. Now let's move on. Now we're going to write or retrieve our category ID for the product. Okay, so we need to write our variable name, which is, we start with a $sign, then the category name, the variable name is going to be category underscore ID. Okay, I'll be giving explanation on this, don't worry. Then we are going to assign a value to it, and also we're going to use a PHP inbuilt function to convert the data to an integer. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to use also a special array or a global array in PHP. To post, as I said, I'll be giving an explanation on this. Don't worry, I'll throw more light on that for you to understand what we've written over here. Okay, then we have category, underscore ID. Okay, to write as you see on the screen. I'll be giving explanation on that later. Don't worry, I will let you understand whatever that is flipping. I'm here to teach you from point A to Z. So we are done with this line of code. Okay, so just write this and let me give you explanation on what we've written so far. So as I said, this is a variable for storing our data. Now we say we are designing a stocking for this form. Okay, so we'll be providing information over here that will be sent to the server. Okay, it will be sent to the server for inserting a data into our database, and this is the database that we have. This is our product table. So basically that form that we are designing is going to be used to insert different products into our product table. Okay, so this form, after filling in the information, we will send it, and when the form is being submitted, it will be sent to the server for processing. Okay, now what we've written over here, this is going to, the whole of this is going to retrieve whatever being inserted on the form. Okay, and this you see over here is an inbuilt function in PHP that is being used to convert a data submitted on a form to an integer. Okay, an integer is a whole number. Okay, there are no decimal in them, so to make sure that this function will make sure that whatever that will be entered for the category field on the form will be an integer that will be inserted into the database. Okay, so when you check the database in the product table, look at the structure. See the category ID, the data type is what? An integer. As you can see, int mean integer. Okay, so we're going to make sure that whatever that will be sent to the server will be converted to the appropriate data type to avoid rejection by SQL. Okay, and now this, whatever inside this, what you see over here is a global array in PHP. When you say a global array, we are talking about, or we are saying that it's a special variable that can use to store multiple data. So this is going to use, or it's a HTTP method that will be used to send the information to the server. Okay, this method, which is HTTP method, okay, HTTP means hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, it is a set of rules that helps a browser and a server to communicate. Okay, so the post method is used to send data to the server. Okay, so this method is going to retrieve whatever on the form and it will be sent to the server. Okay, and now what you see over here is the name of the field on the form. Okay, so when you take this form, if you take this form, this is a field name for product variant, and this is a field name for category, and this is a field name for what? Product name. Okay, so that's the meaning. So what you see over here is the field name on the form. Okay, so whatever that to be entered on the form for this section is going to be stored. Okay, or this one is going to use to communicate, or is going to use to send to the server. Okay, and whatever that to be retrieved from the form through this method will be stored in this variable. Okay, so when it is being stored in the variable, then the browser will communicate with the server using this method So meaning when the information gets to the server, it's going to look inside this variable, what is inside this variable, and then it's going to process it into our database. Okay, so whatever that you see over here is a simple code of line that is going to use to retrieve a data from the form. Okay, so the information from the form will be retrieved over there, then it will be stored in this variable. Then this method, which is an array in PHP, okay, in PHP, as I said, is a special variable that can store multiple data. Okay, it's going to use it to send the data on the form that has been retrieved and stored in this variable to the server, and then from there the server will process it into our database. Okay, so this is a simple explanation that I can give, or you can get from this line of code. Okay, so as I said, this is the field name on the form, and this is a post method from HTTP, with a set of rules that the server and the browser use to communicate with each other, and it's an PHP array. Okay, it's a data type that can be used to store multiple, so it's a special variable that can be used to store multiple data. Okay, and this is an inbuilt PHP function that converts numbers into its appropriate data type, which is it converts the data to an integer. An integer in mathematics is a whole number. Okay, and this is a variable that is going to store the information retrieved from the form for further processing. Thank you very much for watching. I believe you love what I'm doing. If you really love what I'm doing, just subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube, and if you're on TikTok, follow my page, comment on my videos, and share with your colleagues. Let this community be a bigger community on this platform. Okay, I hope you'll be doing that for me. Now what I'll be doing here, now that you've understood how to write or understand certain things over here, I'll pause the video here, and I'm going to write the rest of the code of line of code for this method. Okay, this request method. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and I'll write it so that we don't waste much time on certain things. Now that you've understood basic terminologies and how to write it and what it means, I'll pause it here and I'll write it for you. So let me pause the video. Okay, so this is the complete line of code for this server request method. Okay, so as I said, now you know certain terminologies within this line of code. I've explained this to you, I've explained this to you, I've explained this to you. Now what I've not given explanation on is the trim method. It works the same as this. It's an inbuilt function that is used to remove a white space on the form field. What it means that when the user is typing something, maybe you can unintentionally leave a space, okay, before you type the product name like this. So what it means is that when the form is being submitted, this PHP inbuilt function is going to remove that white space that you've created, so that an appropriate product name will be inserted into the product name. Okay, so this is what it does. It removes white space on the form, and this you have seen it before. And this is also an inbuilt function that is used to convert data into what fruits. It means there are decimals. Okay, it helps you to have decimals on the form, because when you take the unit price, a product can have, let's say, 50 pesos. Okay, the 50 pesos is 0.5. So here is going to allow you to, I was going to convert it into the appropriate data type. So it's the same thing over here, and this one too is the same thing as I've explained for this. Okay, so just write this simple code in your test editor. Make sure you write the way it is. If you don't understand it, then let me know. Okay, this quantity to add is the field name. It's the same as what you heard, and the category ID, and the unit price is the same thing. The cost is the same thing. It's the field name on the form. Here too is the same thing. The post to, you know what is meant. Okay, so feel free and leave your comments if you don't understand anything on this particular section of my tuition, and I'll be happy to attend to you. Thank you very much for being part of this wonderful community. Share the videos and follow the page or subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.